Welcome you all to this 4-week online course on digital detox, reclaiming your life from web addiction. In this video, we are going to see about the prevalence of internet addiction in global and India and also its impact in well-being. The global prevalence of web addiction was estimated to be 6% before the pandemic. The highest prevalence was found in the Middle East with 10.9% and the lowest was in Northern and Western Europe with 2.6%. This was the findings from the evidences before the pandemic. From the global prevalence of internet addiction, it was evidenced that China is the epicenter of internet addiction and it is the leader in the research of that problem. As much as 14% of urban youth, that is around 24 million kids, are internet addicts. This is according to China Youth Internet Association. Whereas in the US, the online addiction rate in urban youth was around 5 to 10%. According to the Internet World Statistics, the internet users population worldwide has increased from 316 million, that is in December 2000, to 4,536 million in June 2019, which shows that worldwide the internet penetration rate of 58.8%. Whereas in India, there were about 560 million internet users in June 2019 as compared to only 5 million in December 2000, which depicts the rate of internet penetration to be 40.9% of the population, and this represents 24.3% of internet users in Asia. The study finding shows that the overall prevalence of internet addiction was around 36.7% among the general population, that is during pandemic period, and that of severe internet addiction was 2.8% according to Internet Addiction Test Scores. The various parts of the Indian subcontinent revealed variable prevalence estimates of internet addiction among the college student, which ranges around 5% to 46.7%. Indian national representative data that suggests that about 20 to 40% of college students in India are at risk of internet addiction, and in that may predominate the female in internet addiction. A recent meta-analysis reported an increased rate of digital addiction in the last 2 decades, and the pooled prevalence estimates were more than 27% for the smartphone addiction, and 17.5% for social media addiction, and 14% for the problematic usage of the internet, and 8% for cybersex addiction, and 6% for problematic gaming. This study also revealed that young people who are less than 24 years spend an average of 6 hours a day online, whereas the older people who are more than 24 years of an age spend around 4.6 hours online every day. The intrusion of the internet in one's life has not spared their health and well-being. The technological addiction statistics of 2024 reported that people with internet addiction are 2.2 times more likely to have sleep problems than people who do not have that. Around 68% of young adults with smartphone addictions, they sleep poorly, and 30% of people with phone addiction live an unhealthy lifestyle. Over 1 in 3 people reported daytime sleepiness due to late hour phone use, and over 30% of people with smartphone addiction reported the symptoms of depression. The teens who spend over 4 hours on their phones daily showed the suicidal thoughts. 1 in 3 people verbalized that the social media has an overall negative effect on their mental health, and much more. With this worrisome prevalence of internet addiction among the online users, a counter movement to overuse of digital device and addiction began to prevail globally in recent years. This counter movement is known as the digital detox. It is a regular regimen that has to be followed in order to preserve the mental as well as the physical well-being in an individual. In general, the digital detox, it refers to a period of time when an individual consciously decide not to go online or use connected device. whichever protocol they follow for the digital cleansing, it is necessary that the self-defined abstinence period should last from less than an hour to indefinitely. This facilitated to focus on previously enjoyed offline activities like outdoor playing, socializing with their family as well as their friends, focusing on the work and the school activities, particularly the children show interest towards academic without the support of the digital device or simply just relaxing. To promote this counteract, in the recent years, the digital device and the app makers, including the Apple, Samsung, Facebook, and Instagram, have introduced a new feature to help the users track and limit their usage as a measure to reduce their risk of being in internet and digital device for a long period of time, resulting in internet addiction. Dear friends, in this video, we have seen about the prevalence of internet addiction and its impact on health and the need for the digital detox. Meet you in the next video with risk factors for internet addiction.